Alright, hey everybody, it's AntagonistKim, and we're back with more Disco Elysium. So, the Ravers are moved in. We convinced Suna that their speaker equipment will help her find the void that she's looking for. We talked with Acel. We've talked with Noid. We kind of got into Noid's vibe. We're officially on the same vibe, alright? I guess our signs are intermixing in a good way, according to him. So that's exactly what we wanted. So that knocked him and Acel off the list here. We did get an internalize the hardcore aesthetic. We just don't have a point to put in it. I'd really like to do that before we talk to what's his name, but I don't think we're gonna have time or be able to because our points were still quite a bit away. But essentially, once we talk to Egghead, we have to convince him. We have to figure out Egghead, right? He's a puzzle to everyone. We know his first name's Jermaine. I don't know if that's gonna change anything. But once we do that, Suna needs him to plug in a particular auxiliary cord to finish her thing. So at some point in time, it's going to be, we need to convince Egghead to do this for her, to get her project done, knock it off the list. Egghead will be puzzled and off the list. And I'm hoping that to help the Ravers nightclub thing, that will also be kicked off because we would have spoken to everyone. They'll kind of get settled in and start their not illegal nightclub. Alright? But yeah, quite a bit of stuff we internalized last time about religion, about politics with Noid. He's definitely smarter than he appears, right? So I guess that's that. I think we're going to talk because we're at a point with Clausier to confront the Hardy Boys, which I don't want to do just yet. We need to see her about... So we need to, for this particular one, Kim is not supposed to be with us. We need to talk to her about personal stuff. Because she was in that room the night that we had, like, our mental breakdown. So we're hoping we can figure out more from her. And with this, we asked Clausier more specific things about the lynch victim, who she actually really loved and cared about. And was forced to lie by the Hardy Boys. So that's why we have to confront them again, to be like, yo... Why'd you force her to lie? Unless she's still lying. I mean, that could be the case too, but our own perceptions, like our own feelings, made us, like, look at her and say she wasn't being, like, deceitful in what her answers were, so... Yeah. I guess let's talk to Egghead and maybe talk to Andre. Unless we think we can talk to Andre and see if he can give us more info about Noid. Let's see.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000!
He waved his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner. Uh-oh.
Ecstatic vibrations. Totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honors, detective?
We can do that. Hey, Oh, can we ask everyone? So, what do you propose as the name, though, Andre?
The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
Says her with the microphone.
Yes, you should do it, detective. It would be good for the signs.
See, we're on a vibe now, me and Noid here. The speed freak with the yellow beads around his neck is looking at you.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
Let's go through the options. Acel, what would you suggest?
How about something simple? Like the club?
Okay.
Too modern. And too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave.
Egghead, you got any ideas? Hardcore.
Yakukata! Yakukata! The place to be!
The place to be. Okay. The freak with the large head yells from the stage, waving his head in the air, his hands in the air.
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else?
Hardcore!
Yep.
Hardcore to the nigger!
I knew it was going to be hardcore. A witless, victorious smile adorns his face.
No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega.
Oh,
it has to be bigger than the scene.
Oh shit, this is getting climactic here. Noid, give us 2 cents on the issue, buddy.
The amnesia.
The amnesia.
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia.
Amnesia!
Okay.
It's not amnesia, guys.
Suna, do you have an opinion? She doesn't care.
I don't.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
Alright, Kim, what about you? You're the last hope here.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
Ah.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Cell does not like the crab. Does not like Tiago one bit.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Estelle. Ideas from another level of consciousness.
Jesus.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas.
God.
His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
Okay, so after mulling it over, I think I've come up with a name.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Obviously, it has to be Disco Elysium, right? Otherwise, it's No Truce with the with the Furies, Revachol West. Let's go with Disco Elysium.
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is dead!
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Hell yeah, dude. And we got our point. Look at that. It's settled then, everyone. Welcome to Disco Elysium. A light beam washes over the dance floor, bathing it in violet blue. Guys, it's fate. It's so cool.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat.
Oh shit. Hey, what are you doing there, Andre?
I'm dancing.
He performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but it doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing?
We should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dancing.
Yes, my man.
He jumps up and down with glee, his moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of the club lights.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves?
Oh shit, we can do this. We have savoir-faire, not a lot of it. Hey, I mean to ask you, what's with the hair?
It's to express my individuality.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Is it important for you to be individual?
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spikes.
We won't bother about the other stuff. Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway.
No, it's all good. So savoir-faire, let's see if we can make that happen.
Goodbye, officer.
We got another point. Perfection. Okay, we won't mess with that just yet. Let's try to get the savoir-faire hit, alright? I mean, we don't have a lot of stuff, but I think we could make it happen. Minus savoir-faire, maybe not. God. Come on, I know we have something here. No, everything's minus savoir-faire. We ain't got this at all. Hold on. Let's see. Just this one. +1. So then, is anything else giving us minus to savoir-faire here?
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
8%. Do we really want to put in a savoir-faire? Because what's our next openings here? Let's save in case we have to use it for Egghead. Let's even get Egghead to give the auxiliary cord the old plug-in here. We'll come back to you, though. Because I'm going to assume the Dolores Day glass thing that our internal monologue warned us about with Noid here. We might need to check for that as well. Let's see if we can convince him Let's see if we got Egghead figured out.
We're close.
Hell yeah, says the young man standing behind the mixer deck, pumping his fist in the air. Lung-shaped trees grow on his silver belt buckle.
True, hard, full, car.
Okay, we have to remember the order. It was say nothing.
Hardcore.
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega.
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Still say nothing.
All car. All right. Yeah.
Say nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the church.
Hardcore! Ah!
He lets out an agonized roar over the feeble-ish observatory. Feeble-ish. Obviously not too hardcore beat below. I don't think it's this. No, but seriously, I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried, isn't it?
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
He frowns and starts bobbing his head back and forth once more.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Okay, so Egg, could you please route Suna's signal through to the speaker? How do you like the church so far?
Yeah! Back on the case! No disgrace! Bring it down to party place!
He pumps his fist in the air.
The first page of the second chapter!
His voice echoes all around the grand hall.
Could it be? Maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left in you. Last of the penultimate, more like.
Oh, okay, you said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music, buddy?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last months, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks for a moment, then his expression clears.
It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
I am the law and an expert of these matters. Let me be the judge of what it is. Hyper, super, or ultra hardcore? I could settle it for you, but not right now. Tell me something else. Let's settle it.
The young man looks at you reverently, as if observing the judgment inside your head, growing, taking form. His friend drops his loitering act and turns toward you two. He, too, waits for your judgment with undivided attention.
Okay, now real quick. Yeah, hyper isn't it, so we need to decide between hyper, super, or ultra hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
It's proto, not hardcore at all.
Wow! Culture cop!
For a moment, you almost think he's going to put his hand down, but that would be ludicrous.
He can't stop partying.
I think you might be right, but how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question? Try to think if anything could make it harder core. Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. I can't help you with that right now. So hold on, but I mean, your question is the question?
No! This is the answer!
Right, so let's try to think of if anything could make it harder core.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Think even harder, buddy.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
Fucking love Egghead.
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
Oh no, my imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
He laughs and shakes his head. Oh, but just wait. Hold on, I remembered something. I'm a cop.
Uh-huh.
The man is bursting with anticipation. Nothing. Me being a cop isn't really going to help. Actually, it's more likely to hinder us. And I have a job to do instead of this absurd idiocy. No. Nothing. Me being a cop isn't really going to help us.
Oh.
I can't help with this right now, but I need something else extra.
Yeah!
Oh. Is this a red mark? It's a white check. We're going to figure this out. So, what is this physical instrument? Oh man, we got a shit ton of those. Hold on. We're going to...
All right! Here comes the night!
We're doing it. Physical instrument. Let's pop this shit on. We got all of the physical instrument stuff, baby. We're doing it. Hold on. Not that one. Not this one. Yes. Hold on. Oh, which one's better, though? That was +1 with shivers. Okay. It's the half-light stuff. Do we not have all the cool stuff? Oh, no. Oh, wait, but where are we at with physical instrument? Oh, no, hold on. I mean, we're still +1, so is anything minusing it? Just making sure.
Denarian Church! The place to be! Make some noise, my church people!
Large speaker set up behind the young man, blasting a familiar song.
He stands on stage behind a table, nodding along to the music and waving his hand in the air. In front of him, the audio mixer, one reel spinning. The other reel deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. On one side, you see an auxiliary line in with the number 4.5 written next to it.
4.5 written next to it? Oh, that's where she wants to plug in the thing. Hey, are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
So does that mean you're a thought reader?
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as thought reading.
Okay.
Yeah! Reversion imperative!
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Unless you were thinking Reversion imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
I mean, but what if I was thinking about it?
That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop too.
Alright, tell me something else.
Yeah!
Hey, is your real name Jermaine?
Dark Code Hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
Basically, yes it is.
Why are there lungs on your buckle?
Lungs are for love!
Why would lungs be for love?
When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back. Yeah!
Oh, so he's a religious guy.
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your soul?
Really?
I think so.
That doesn't sound like a thing that would happen. Thanks for the story. Well, the lungs are meant to hold the soul, right?
Highly gaily.
Alright, he's in it. Have we internalized enough? I mean, it's... I don't know if we're gonna get it, guys. Physical instrument, then we have to do another check. Do we really want to save? We're saving. Like I said, I want to be able to get through this.
Good morning! Yeah! Harder car!
58%. Come on, baby.
No, that would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like discus, javelin, and 400-meter hurdles. Discus.
Alright. I know you guys are gonna be mad at me. I will only do this one time. Let's try it again.
Good morning! Yeah! Hardcore!
You know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate, in your heart that's alone, and in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every chordate animal.
It needs more bass.
What?
The young man makes a sudden move, like he's about to turn the volume down, but that'd be ridiculous. And a melody. A good melody is what makes a song really, like, stick, so that you can't get it out of your head anymore. Point at your head.
Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
I don't know, I was thinking you would know. Nowhere I'm not going to become some sort of an anodic cop. We're going to become an anodic cop, guys. I don't know, I was thinking you would know, but...
I'm sorry. I don't know anything about anodic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
He feels ashamed he can't be of more service to the future of dance music.
Okay, I'll look into it. I'm at official capacity. It's up to the police to make the beats get harder. Alright, I'll see if I can come up with something on my own. A citizen investigation. Yeah, we're the beat cop. We're gonna find out. Take on the task.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Love it.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Fan 8's jam.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe that street talker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
Okay, right, we
There
can
is
do
a
that.
hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind.
Rue de Saint-Gislain, I've been there. So hold on. There's a hawthorn tree on Rue Saint-Gislain right next to the canal. Yeah.
Oh, I know! I know this! I can tell you where it is!
Go ahead.
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the whirling in rags and the industrial harbour. It's got the lanterns and the...
I knew that! I could have said that!
and the mosaic sidewalk.
Right.
But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now. Anyway.
Okay, it feels cold.
Does it?
Shake it off.
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Copman!
Alright, listen, hey, can before we get too into it, can you help Suna put the signal through your speakers?
To the Mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary! What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5?
It's 3.5, no doubt about it. It's on the ground, buddy boy.
Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. These two don't mix.
Ugh.
Oh no, we're going to be in this church forever.
Okay.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here.
Hell yeah, baby. He reaches for the cable on the ground and picks it up, looking for the jack.
Hang on, this is a 4.5.
Oh.
We're all good people.
With a grin, he sticks the plug into the auxiliary line. You can hear an audible click.
Whoa, thank God. Adapters noticeably degrade the sound quality.
There we go.
Great! Someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please?
Egg, the music?
Everybody, don't panic. I'm going to turn off the Arno for just a sec for a special scheduled event.
I love it.
The Arno will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. All right, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes, and then I'll turn off the music.
All right. Look at that. Find the tape for the melodies. Okay, and let's report. Okay, let's see if we can at least solve Suna's little business here. Moving along, baby.
Yes, what is it?
All right, I talked to Egghead. He plugged in your cable. You can now unmute your speakers.
Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
Maximum!
Ash shouts Egghead, a great smile still adoring his face larger than a red dwarf star.
Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instance? Just this one time? Maximum is not the only way, okay?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way! Glue style!
Glue style? Okay, there literally is no other way. The mixing desk is glued to maximum.
I doubt it's actually glued.
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless.
Why do you want to turn the volume down?
Because I'm afraid that something might happen. It's an unknown phenomenon. We can always turn it back up if there's a need.
Can't turn down the hardcore!
Listen, I think what Egghead's trying to say is that the volume button is literally stuck on maximum.
Of course it is.
She shrugs, consigned to her fate.
Yeah! Permanent enlightenment! Ray of sound!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5. Everyone ready?
She looks around the church.
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready.
Says Andre.
Ready.
Yells Noid.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically. Not so stoically, his hand moves to the gun holster. Suddenly, your palms are sweaty. The church seems cold and large, somehow.
Do we want to wait? Let's just go. Let's do it. Ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
She lifts her hand from the keyboard. Complete silence fills the room.
No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. It will devour everything. The floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing will remain.
Guys, what's going on?
There's alarm in the man's voice as he steps back to scan the surroundings. A silent rattle like crystal clattering the cupboard fills the air, joining the chorus.
This fragile world is about to break.
It's getting louder.
His eyes riveted on the strange circle of water basins.
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
You hear Egghead yell, then something else, but his voice is growing faint.
In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. Salvation.
Hey, what's this weird rattling sound? It was in me at first. I've never heard anything so hardcore in my life. What's this rattling?
The beauty and the beat! The future of dance! Planetary!
No, Egg! It's the window!
The glass shards around Dolores Day's vacant heart appear to be vibrating from the sound. It almost looks like she's alive.
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside, cautiously, his eyes searching for a possible evacuation route.
The window is going to come down. No, the roof!
A screech fills the air, a scream of wood and nails. The pillars of the church twist and creak above around you.
Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark.
Come down to us! Love!
It's shaking the building's foundation. The floor twists.
Uh-oh.
A great pulse arises in your flesh.
Oh, God.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Oh, I want to dance with somebody. Start tapping her foot. Yeah, we should stop soon. Unmute it. Everybody don't panic. It's beautiful. Wait, I want to dance with somebody.
Oh! I want want to feel the heat with somebody.
Now we're in it.
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you?
Yes, I've turned it off.
She yells, holding the contact mic in her hand.
Andre, pull the compressor. The place is gonna come down.
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here. It's...
In the mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down.
Egghead, it's in the desk. Egghead, whatever you do, do not stop it. I still want them to have the rave. It's in the desk, buddy.
And then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too hardcore.
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against. Just erased it. Suliswolf isn't gonna believe this.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now.
She composes herself and wipes the dust off her sweater and rests her hands on the keyboard.
Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start.
Kim, did you actually hear that? What was that? I've never heard anything like it. Kim, did you hear that?
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful with it.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again.
What was that, though? I've never heard anything like it.
It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically...
She shakes her head.
I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
So you're gonna write to Suzislaw?
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear.
That it wasn't her fault. Or theirs.
They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway.
So what happens now? Are you going to,
Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Suliswolf. Also devise further measurements.
Nice.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway.
Nice.
That's the best she can manage for Andre. It's quite a lot in truth. For her, at least.
Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind.
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. Instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
You have an explanation for all this. Somewhere deep in you, you know. The person you were knows.
Form a theory about the 2mm hole in the world. Yeah, let's freaking do this.
You don't have to. You already have. A long time ago.
Wait, how?
These thoughts formed in you somewhere, in a long-forgotten discussion, behind a kitchen table, in the evening light, drinking coffee and smoking, with a friend.
Suna, it is the origin point of the Pale.
What?
The shallow, it's how it starts. It's baby Pale.
But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
She looks up and there's fear in her eyes as she considers that possibility. No, look up first. We are 20 meters from the very edge. The pale is only in effect a transition between the world and that. Are we only 20 meters from the very edge? Hold on. The pale is only in effect a transition between the world and that.
Then what is that?
It's nothing. No, it's less than nothing. No.
It's less than nothing. The final state between this reality. Imagine if all this never was.
Then the pale is...
Simply a gradient.
But the gradient, it clearly hasn't started yet. We're here, and the pale is not.
One day when it's larger, it will be.
I understand. A theory of the pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes. Like a cancer or a mold. Erupting in points inside the world.
This is one of those places.
According to this, how long...
Until it starts swallowing, it's already started, starting with sound.
And information, causing data losses in the East Insulindian front. Have you considered why it's formed in a church? And also when or how it might start growing, or if it has other effects, in addition to sound and data?
An intellectual hunger fills her now, casting fear aside.
I also have a question, since we are piling them on. How do you know this? I'm not doubting you. I'm simply curious as to how a detective of the RCM
knows how to think this.
It didn't form in a church. The church formed around it. All the failed businesses in the doomed commercial district, all the failure in Martinez. I think I've had the thought before. That's how I know. Well, it didn't just form in the church. It's been forming around it.
Of course! A pine wood sarcophagus, or a containment facility of some kind, built by the first settlers.
Yeah, acting as an instinctual level or a religious practice we've forgotten.
I have considered the same. The bad news is, there were 7 pinewood churches built in the first decade of provincial settlement. Most of them were burnt down during the revolution, or repurposed before, during the suzerain. I'm not saying all of them have one in them, but...
Some of them might. A black grain hanging in the air.
Listen, this might have to do with all the failed businesses in the doomed commercial area. All of failure in the Martinez.
You think the presence of that puncture has somehow influenced the outcome of events here? Even, say, software development?
She already made up her mind when she heard it. Some kind of great and uncaring force had to play a part. It wasn't only them.
Yeah, even the revolution was defeated here. I mean, kind of anthroponic history. Or all the failed businesses and ideologies are something wrong here. No, we're reaching. People fail on their own. All the failed business ideologies, there's definitely something wrong here.
I told the producers we need to go and move to a normal office building. With amenities. But no, the artists like the milieu, the writers like the history. I told them.
I should let people still working in there know about this. They might be affected as well. No, it's better they don't know. I mean, we could let them know.
You mean Plaisance and the dice maker? There was almost no one left when we packed up.
No, just the dice maker. I don't think Plaisance would survive this knowledge. No, just Plaisance. I don't think Niha is playing fair in this game. Yeah, I guess both of them deserve to know. Sure. I mean, I doubt either one will get it.
Then go tell them.
I think I've had this thought before as well. I think that's how I knew Kim.
An amateur anthroponic police officer. I'd like to say I've heard stranger things, but I'm not sure. This is a hell of a guess, however. Well worded, I might add.
Yes, it is very interesting. But I wouldn't say you know. This is a guess. One that's going to have to be proved by anthroponetic scientists.
Right, so, I mean, one day all the world will be like that 2mm hole.
She falls silent. The wind blows in through the hole in the stained glass window, cold and moist.
I'm going to leave that out. But the rest? Some of this I can use to start to explain this to the rest of the team. Maybe I'll sound mad, but...
Ma'am, you will certainly sound mad.
One more thing. Maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this particular point in space.
Perhaps not. Option 2, yeah, that's still insane, but then again, so am I. 3, the club is the only thing keeping this place and the rest of reality together. Actually, now that I think about it, it may be kind of dangerous. Probably not.
Yeah! Once the light is on in the universe, it will never go out!
Thank you, Egghead. Let's leave it at that, shall we? We have anthropogenic detection to perform in this district.
I love how Kim is just loving Egghead now. It's great. Holy cow. So we got another thing, clearing out the rooms to internalize. Do we... Dang. Okay. Inform the dice maker, inform plaisance. But did it give us that other thing? Let's... Before I forget, we have another upgrade here. Let's go see if we can find that tape. They said it was in a tree. Hold on. We're gonna do this first. All right. In fact, I'm gonna drop a quick save real quick. Well, not a quick save, just a regular save. Alright, they said by the canal, right? I just want to see if we can retrieve this tape to continue this amazing anodic super dance trip, alright? We'll keep this upgrade in case we need it, but we also might need one for the Hardy Boys if we decide to do that. So let's see if we can find this tape. They said it was by the canal just as soon as you cross some kind of tree there. Oh, no, Go down the steps, friend. There we go. Man, we did a lot of critical thinking there for a recovering alcoholic, drug-induced cop life that we had once before. Okay, so I'm just gonna double check in here. There was, I thought, a tree here, right? Oh. The wind is curled by 4-story buildings around this yard. Okay. Okay. Just checking. Oh, come on. See, was it this one? They said it was some kind of tree by the canal. This is the canal, right? Oh, no, by the mosaic tile. Right. Okay. And then if not, we would ask the other guy, right? The tape seller? Hold on. This one? What they're saying, traffic is blocking the way? What tree could they be speaking about? Here? I mean, this is mosaic tile. Hold on. We're gonna figure it out. And if not, we'll talk to the guy that sells the other stuff. They said it's like tape furrowing in the wind somewhere, like a tape caught in the tree. In the back here. Over here. There's no trees over here, is there? Okay, let's talk to, what's his name real quick?
Everything's still cool here.
Right here. Hot diggity dog.
The hawthorn tree. On Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, bronze-colored ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze. Just like promised, you've stood here for what seems like eons, guzzling the sickly fumes of lorries and carriages.
Good, Hawthorne.
Patting the tree reveals a small sticker which has almost been worn to oblivion. It reads, RCM Emergencies Desk, number 8102, underneath a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant. The bronze ribbon twists around and within the branches in an intricately natural pattern. But there's something.
What do I see?
There's a twisted logic in this mess. You see the ends of the ribbon, the way it flows, how it twists and turns. It's all starting to make sense. It'll be easier to remove now.
Nice. Yep, let's do this. We got 97%. Easy.
With slow and deliberate motions, pulling, bending, and unraveling, you manage to extricate the magnetic tape from the branches. It curls up into a mess inside your pocket. If only you could find a way to re-spool it so that you could hear what's on the tape. Maybe Roy from the pawn shop can help you with this.
What's the tape for?
The lieutenant looks at the mess in your hands. Only after you've successfully cleaned up the branches does the curiosity get to him. It's for Egghead. I promised him his Van Eyck jam would be a bit harder. Maybe this tape can help.
How? It's broken and unspooled. Do you think your new buddy knows how to fix it?
He has to. He's the master of ceremonies after all. I'd like to think at least one of the ravers would know how to fix a broken tape if they're at the nightclub. I'm not sure, but I'll find out. Maybe Egghead can point me in the right direction.
You could also get it fixed at the pawn shop across the street. We shouldn't waste our time.
He looks at his wristwatch a little impatiently.
Good idea. He might have the tools. The tape projector in the pawn shop uses similar tape.
Okay, great news though. I'm almost certain. Hold on. Did we not have... Oh yeah, empty cassette pool. Oh shit, guys. We're gonna be able to do this. Holy cow. Okay. Last thing I want to do though. And then we will end... Well, no. Let's end the episode here. We'll get this fixed and listen to it. It almost seems like it's an RCM tape. It's not actually really a music tape. And then we'll ask this guy, the salesman here, the street vendor, what tapes he has that might be more suited for the ravers. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining me. We're getting a lot done here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.